Hey guys. Wow, that was hard. For some reason, we couldn't get the camera working, and then the microphone went all crazy, and the dogs want to bark, and we lost our connection, our internet. So we are a couple minutes late. Well, here we are, Tom.
Yep. Here we are.
Here we are. What's that thing flying around your head?
There's something flying around my head?
It looked like it on here, but it looks like but there's...
Must be a halo.
It's like a bug. Hi, Donna. Welcome. Doesn't Tom look like there's a bug flying around his ear? It's a little weird.
Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah. I see it.
You see it? It's
gnat.
Going... It looks like a gnat, but when I look at you, there's no gnat.
Here.
No.
This was right here.
Yeah. And it's like by your mouth. Welcome, Donna. You're the first person here tonight. Oh, now we have 13 people here. Hey, everybody. Welcome. We're so excited to be here tonight. We have been, it's been a little while since a live. We were going to try to do one once a month and I don't know what happened to February.
That's true.
What happened to February?
Was busy.
Yeah. Hi, Monin. Welcome. Everyone, introduce yourselves. Tell us where you're from. This is fun. We love to hear from you guys. So while we're waiting, see that the dishes behind us. Aren't they nice, Tom?
Oh, yes. I am very pleased.
Hi,
with
Rosemary. Them. Happy spring. Happy spring, everybody. It's the first day of spring. And it was beautiful here today. We went for a walk and it was way longer than I thought it was going to be. I'm a little tired.
It might be my brother's birthday.
Ohio. Oh, hi, Ann and Tom. I'm from Arizona. Hi, Terry. And Orlando, Florida. Monin, wow. I love it. I love when we see people from all over the country and then the world. Yeah.
Yes, and especially warm places.
Warm places are nice. But today was pretty warm here, beautiful. It was really nice. It was a nice day to take a walk and we walked through the woods and it was really nice. Yeah. So guys, start firing the questions. We've got 17 people here so far, Tom. So I bet you first they'd like to know, why do you spy on me with your phone?
It's about managing the budget.
Hi, Jill. Jill from Michigan, managing the budget. It's 80 degrees in Arizona. Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, managing the budget. No, it's because I left without telling you that I was leaving.
And I was working. I don't know what I was doing.
He was worried. Oh.
No, I was going to say I was working.
Oh. John Dog, hi, good to see you. Hi, Roxana, you made it. Yay.
I was not worried. I knew you could take care of yourself.
Hi, Kim in Southern Ohio, planting pansies today. Ooh, that sounds nice. Yeah. Hi, Tina in North Carolina. Ooh, love North Carolina. Lived there for quite a few years. Yep. Beautiful there. Yeah. Wow. Roxana. Yes, you made it. You made it. She had to set her alarm to make it here. Yeah. Wow. This is cool. I always like when, some of you show up, because at first when I go on, I thought, oh, baby, no one will be here. And that would be awkward, Tom, and I would just have to talk to each other for a whole hour. So nice weather everywhere. First day of spring. Things are looking up. Ooh, Wales.
All right.
Yay. Hi, Michelle. UK. That is exciting. Wales.
So where's Wales in the UK? Located on the island. Is Wales located on what I consider to be Great Britain?
I think it is. John Dog, no, I can't see you. Do you think I can see you? Sunny California. Hi, Camper Life. Oh, that is so fun. Sunny California. I always like that. Yeah. No, why do you think I can see you, John Dog? Because I said good to see you, I guess, huh? Hello from New Jersey. Hi, Kate. Yay, New Jersey. Sandy, hi, and Times, and Tom, and Tom. That sounded
Ontario.
funny. Sandy here from Ontario. Happy first day of spring, Sandy. You're having trouble finding small cabinet pieces for your kitchen. Any suggestions? Oh my goodness, Tina. North Carolina suggestions. Well, it depends where you are. There was but this was when we lived there. There was a really cute primitive store in Apex, North Carolina. That's in the Raleigh-Durham area, Cary area. I don't know where you are located. But they had the cutest prim store. And it was kind of funny because it didn't really fit mostly with, do you remember that store?
No, I'm trying to remember it.
And it was right in Apex. And I got that big pumpkin head people from there. That big pumpkin guy.
No, I don't remember the store.
Oh, we used to go in and you'd go,
downtown?
I like this. Yeah, it was downtown. Yep. I used to have a photography studio down there too. It's very nice. Yeah, small cabinet pieces for your kitchen. How about what are small, like small cabinet pieces? Like you're trying to put in a small cabinet or you're trying to get a small cabinet?
Yeah.
Because if you want to order a small cabinet, I did see some really cool cabinets at Changes in Time, Tessier's Changes in Time the other day on our last video.
Oh, yeah, that's a great store.
That is a great store.
And they ship, right?
And they do ship. And I do know someone else who was buying some smaller cabinet pieces from there for California, actually, to ship in California. So that is a possibility. Yeah. Yep. Check that out. Okay. Well, guys, fire away. Give us some questions. We get pretty boring if we just have to talk to each other. Old couple out of Saturday night. Changes in Time. You're welcome. Yes, it's on the video before the last one where it says spring decor, shop with me, and it's all in green and it's the prettiest store. And I know they ship and they've got beautiful furniture stuff. Jill, love your home. I'm craving a home video from you again. Aw. Well, I did the whole spring thing. So I did quite a few of the home. When the summer comes, we'll definitely, be going back out into the outbuildings and doing some more. And we're working on a project in the barn, aren't we, Tom?
Yes, we are. We started today conceptualizing.
Yes,
and wasn't that fun?
That was really not fun. It was actually getting a little like this, and I'm not sure why. You made that way. You were like,
I don't think
clarify
so.
that. And I'm like, up there. And he's like, explain up there. And I'm like, up there. Isn't that good enough?
The devil's in the details.
I know. So what are my plans for Easter? Donna, I need some food ideas. Well, so we're having Easter at the house because hallelujah, we got our Johnson & Johnson shots and we are going to be covered next Wednesday. And my mother got her shots and she's covered. So now we can have Easter. I'm so glad. And so we are going to have ham and some kind of cheesy potatoes because that's always good on Easter. What else will we have? Asparagus because that seems like it's grass and springy. And probably a few other vegetables. Probably going to keep it simple, not too much cooking. But I always like the cheesy potatoes and the ham on Easter. It's kind of a tradition.
Who's going to do the cooking?
You. Yeah. It does sound interesting. Tina, it's hard to get antiques in California. I can understand that one. I could really understand that because we've been in California and I've been sad about the state of antiques. And you get a whole lot of great ones in New England.
Yeah.
But going to that Changes in Time store gave us such inspiration for our barn.
Yes.
And right now our barn looks so good on the outside and we were always leaving it very primitive looking and leaving it the way it is. But now I have this idea because we've always wanted to, what's the word?
Well, we wanted to have it insulated and heated.
Insulate it. Yeah. Insulate and heat it.
And we struggled with how would you do that and yet maintain the rustic appearance because it's a historic barn, post and beam with the pegs, so there's some incredibly great architectural features. But yet you want to insulate it and keep it warm so that you can use it for more months of the year.
Right. So we were looking at their barn and they kept it insulated. And I loved, they had the 12-inch shiplap basically coming down. And then they had a shelf on the top. And then they had drywall up there and you could see all the details of the beams. We'll probably do it a little different, but they had that really cool caged bar. And I thought, wouldn't that be fun to build, even though we have a caged bar in the house? Wouldn't that be fun to build one in the barn, put more of those round tables like we made in our tavern, and basically put a quarter of it looking kind of like an old tavern, and then guests can come and they can just, hang out there and play games and do whatever they want. I think it'd be really cool.
And we could do line dancing and have a bar.
Yeah. Hi, Danette. So good to see you. Yes, it's an exciting project. Let's see. Yep. Camper life relates to the problem with the prim decor issue, desert in Southern California. But even though Southern California doesn't have prim decor, oh my goodness, what a wonderful place to live. I mean, I have to tell you that if there was any place ever that I would live that isn't here, it would be there, because I love the beach and I love California. Tina's in the middle of a kitchen remodel. Oh,
Prim Antique Shop in San Dimas in Southern California. Camper.
Oh, San Dimas, Southern California. Hi, Martha. Good to see you. John Dog. I mean, good to see your name. Great ideas for the barn. I'll have to come over when you're open. That's right. I think it's going to be really cool, because I'll set up the all the stuff in the bar, and then people can just kind of help themselves, and we'll have a serving table there that we can put food on, and I think it's going to be really cool. So I'm excited about another opportunity to build some more things.
Are you going to be building that?
No, you're going to be building it.
Oh, I do the cooking and the building.
You do the cooking and the building. You are the man of all trades. But you guys, isn't he the jack of all trades? Everybody loves Tom. So sweet, so nice. Doesn't yell at his wife for buying too many plates.
Never. Never.
And then he's going to build it when I ask him to build. So it's going to be really fun. So what else is going on? Yeah. See, Roxana says, yes, you are. That you're the man, Tom. You're the man.
Yep. I can cut the tree and go split the wood too.
Yeah, I noticed there's a lot of trees across the street too. What if they'll bring them over for us?
No, those are all pine.
Oh, they're pine.
And they're fresh. And no, we don't want those.
Oh, we don't want those.
No.
Yeah.
If it was good wood, I'd take it, but no, I don't want that.
It's a lot of wood.
Yeah. They're probably going to sell it to some place that's going to turn it into rough sawn board. So they might sell it to our neighbors.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you guys all doing for Easter? What are you doing for spring? Or what are you doing on your house? Or are you all spring decorated already? You need a Tom like guy in your life. Oh, Roxana, I wish I could, rent him out and let you have him for a while. I had to work hard on him though. It's not, these kind of guys they don't come this way. I came this way. No, you did not come this way. I worked really hard on you. Yeah. Man with the plan. Yeah.
Man with the plan.
He came with a good heart. He just needed a little tweaking, that's what we do. Hi, Tom and Ann. Haven't talked to you since New Year's from Indianapolis. Hi, Deanna. Okay. Good to see you. Yeah, it's been a while. Well, we haven't been doing lives. We did all the holidays last year, and then we did one in January, and then we just kind of fell off the face of the earth, didn't we?
Was that the New Year's thing that we did in January, or did we do one after?
No, we did one toward the end of January. Okay. But yeah, and we were going to do one once a month, and then we kind of fell off the face. I don't even know. Well, it's been busy. We've had, hi, Cheryl in Ontario. Welcome. Yeah, it's been busy. We've had a lot of things going on in our lives. We've had some transitions, and Tom's been looking for jobs, and we've had some family things that had to be taken care of in the extended family that Tom had to kind of take care of. So there's been a lot of things. We've been super busy, and you know what? Oh, I see that gnat thing again flying around your face. I wonder if it's my mouse. Nope. There's like this weird thing. Yeah, look at that. Everyone see that? It looks like Tom has a bug flying around his head.
Right there.
It moves. It's like a little pixel.
Maybe the camera doesn't like me.
Oh, maybe. Maybe not. Tom has this thing with electric stuff. I don't know. He just
technical stuff, not electrical.
Well, no, but you can make computers break.
Yeah,
I can always tell if he's bit up by computer because it just freezes and jams. That I don't know. It doesn't work. It's like it's been that way since we got married. Like if he'd break printers and he'd break computers and he wouldn't do anything to it. It would just break.
Yep.
Oh, Deanna, you just finished watching the Primitive Textiles. Wasn't Alice wonderful? She is so wonderful. I love. The dogs are bothering us. Yeah. I love. Okay, they probably have to go out. Alice just is a wealth of knowledge and information, and she works so hard on those Zooms for us. I really love it. That was a fun Zoom. Yeah. Yep. So, what else is going on, guys? Alice is a gem. Absolutely, Roxana. I think that you know how I met her. So I was in the store in Primitive Goods filming, and that's how I met Alice, because she takes pics. She has a booth there and she takes pictures and posts them on Facebook. And she said, whose house do you go to? Would you like to come to my house? And I said, do you have a house I'd like to come to? And she's like, yeah. She said, I've been in, quite a few magazines. And I said, absolutely. And we just hit it off right away. Just had such a fun time. She's just so generous and sweet. Her husband is a really big, funny kook, too. Yeah. He's a great guy. Yeah. So we really enjoy them. Yeah, her stuff is great, and she is great. Oh, thank you, Deanna. Yeah, we try. It's just really fun to have a channel and meet you people. Yep. Lorna, you're here, a new subscriber from Ontario. I love your style. Thank you, Lorna. Welcome. So all you Ontario people, I know Tom wants to know where in Ontario. Of
course.
Yes.
I'm from Canada. So
he's from Canada.
Anytime I see Ontario or anywhere in Canada,
yeah.
I still do want to figure out where Wales is.
Yes, Camper Life, the camera I used. Yeah, so I got a new camera for Christmas. That was my Christmas present to myself and to all of the YouTubers. Minden. Do you know where Minden is?
I don't know where Minden is.
Oh, okay.
So is it Southern Ontario, like Toronto, London, Hamilton?
So I have a Sony E6400 camera. My brother is a YouTuber, and my brother-in-law had to get the same camera as my brother. And my brother was like, you need a good camera, because I was using my phone. I have really good cameras from being a professional photographer, but they don't have video. I mean, they have video, but they don't last. Like video lasts like 10 minutes and the focus isn't as sharp. So I picked up that's one of the better cameras for YouTubers. And I also have one of those gimbals so that you can do it smoothly. And I got a new system, a new I was using iMovie, and I went up to Final Cut Pro. So I had a lot more ability to mess with my videos. So I've really been working hard on that, making some really pretty ones. And that store was so beautiful. There was no way I didn't want to put a perfect video out. In fact, I bet you I spent 2 days on the video editing it. And I spent 4 hours finding the right music because I wanted the perfect music for the video. And then I And then I got it all done and I loaded it. And then I looked at it and realized that two of the words, they were mushing on top of each other. And it was like 2 a.m. And I thought, oh, I can't leave that there. So I went back and redid the video and reloaded it. So yeah, it was a fun video to do. Let's see, 2 hours drive north of Toronto.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, it was gorgeous, crystal clear. Felt like you were. It's just the prettiest store.
Oh, it was a great find. We really enjoyed being there, and they were great people.
Great people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We didn't get to meet Norman's wife. We met Norman, and he was so sweet.
Must be his grandson
and his grandson,
who's his right hand man.
Yeah, but it was so nice because I walked in as a total stranger. I said, "Hi, I'm Ann Clay. I have a YouTube channel and I love your store and I'd love to video it." And he was totally up for it. So that was really nice. You know, you don't always get that opportunity. Let's see.
They have a double business. So they have the store with the decorative things, but then they also have a greenhouse business. And I mean, that's a huge endeavor. So they got a lot going on.
Yeah, they have 2 businesses going on and they run it,
They've been doing it probably for 30 years.
They're not spring chickens,
It's really very impressive.
It's very impressive. Donna, hello from Texas, north of Dallas. Happy spring. Love your videos. Your home is so inviting. Thank you, Donna. Welcome. I love what you two have done to your home. It's really looking primitive, especially as prim paintings you did. Thanks, Danette. Yeah, it's, I'm loving these paintings. They are really cool. Someone purchased a couple today and someone local, and I get to drive them out. And I think they're just going to look so cool in everyone's homes. Oh, Deetta, you watch the thrifting of the dishes. Yes. You love dishes too. That's funny. Kate, were you both feeling okay after you received your vaccine? It's wonderful you can have Easter with your family. Yeah, well, Tom was fine. I have a diva immune system. I normally don't get a flu shot because I know I'm going to react. And I've had a rough year with a lot of reactions anyway. So yeah, I reacted. I ended up with a very fast heart rate and ended up with an ambulance ride to the hospital. So where I got 8 hours of extensive heart testing and observation. They did a bunch of EKGs. They did 2 EKGs, 2 series of blood work. I had 2 chest x-rays and a CAT scan of my heart and lungs to make sure I didn't have a blood clot. It was scary to me since my sister died of a heart attack and my dad did. And so, I kind of really had to go and be checked out. I think if I didn't have that history in my family, I wouldn't have taken that ambulance ride. But then later then we got home and I didn't feel so bad. My heart rate was still high, but I felt okay. But then that night in bed, I got like full blown flu symptoms. Miserable. I was absolutely miserable. Tom just slept through the night and I was miserable. The next day I was achy. And then for a few days after that, I was really tired. But yeah, that was kind of a really bad thing. Although I know that my system has handled it now and I'm doing well now. And I'm not sorry I got it. Like I took one for the team, I don't normally do the flu shot, but there's a pandemic. And I just felt like, the only way my mom's going to feel secure and my kids and the family. And even if we have guests here, I just want everyone to feel secure that I'm not spreading anything. And since I had such a reaction, who knows what I'd be like if I got the disease. So that is my vaccination story.
But really most of it, in the end, it was observation.
Yeah.
Really. And if you hadn't gone to the emergency room, it would have still been the same.
It would have been the same. Because really, I waited.
They didn't do anything to treat anything.
No, there was nothing to treat.
Observed.
They just watched me. And I felt better being observed. But yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I didn't really have a reaction there. It was like 20 minutes in, I waited because I'm a highly allergic person. So I waited. And after 20 minutes, I got kind of flushed, kind of feverish. And then I asked the lady, I said, can you just listen to my heart rate? And then she's like, it's very uneven and it's very weak. And that freaked me out. So that's why I took the ambulance ride. Yeah. I should do prim paintings of me and Tom. Maybe.
How about I do the prim painting and it'd really be prim?
That would be funny. Jeanette says you're a wonderful person and a good hubby. You cool. That's what she said. You cool, boo. You cool, boo. Thank you, Roxana. Yeah, I love those paintings. I've got a few more up now. I did Abe Lincoln the other day and a couple cows, but they're digital paintings done actually on the painting of, the former paintings. So they're not my original work at all. The bunnies are my original work, at least the top up. Yeah, I know it was really scary, Roxana. I mean, yeah. Thank you, Terry. I know, and I knew that I could have that reaction, but I thought, no, it's not going to happen. Like I'm just being paranoid. So I went there and I was like, we're going to be fine. And at 15 minutes, I was fine. And, the problem was that heart was racing. I was like at about 110, for quite a few hours and for a long time. And that's common if you're fighting a virus. So it probably was a common reaction, but the doctor was like, I can't guarantee that came from the shot. And so, you're, what does he call it? Tachycardia.
In the end, he called it sporadic tachycardia.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but my heart rate was only 76 before I got the shot. And it's been 76 since I've gotten the shot, except for that bad night. So, where's the place you were talking about a minute ago and what is it called? Oh, it's Tessier's Changes in Time. It's the video I did, not the one with Alice, but the one before that says shop with me, spring decor in green. That's the one. I think it even says Tessier's Changes in Time on it. The most beautiful, beautiful store.
And where is it located? It's in Connecticut. And it's what town was that?
Bolton, Connecticut.
Okay.
That actually, we got the Johnson & Johnson, Roxana. So it was the one and done shot, which I did intentionally because I knew I could have a reaction and it would be really hard to want to have that second shot if I had a reaction on the first shot. And that one is kind of, they say that's better for people with immuno stuff. So I thought we'll go with that. Yep. So it was the one and done. So thank goodness I don't have to go back and get another one. Yeah. My daughter is critical care nurse, and trust me, you'll be glad you had the shot. I had my first one, Pfizer. Our hospital here is a war zone. Oh, yeah. California, Southern California.
We just know from people that we know. And like I had a brother who got COVID and he ended up in ICU. And honestly, one night I was thinking he might end up dying. So I quick made arrangements for my mom, who was in another hospital in another part of Canada, so that my mom and my brother could talk to each other before he went into ICU. Because I thought, well, what if he gets intubated and he never comes out?
That's right. So, that was going on in February too.
Yeah. So that's, it's something that we take very seriously. Yeah. Particularly because we know people who've gotten sick and gotten real sick.
We do. And we know people who are having some severe lung problems now because of having it. Yeah. And last March, our daughter had it a year ago. Right. And
she was isolated for a month in the house upstairs.
Yeah.
And she just literally lived.
Yeah. It was scary.
Completely isolated.
Yeah. So no, I'm not sorry I got it. Yep. I'm not, I got to say there were a few days there that I was like, oh, I hope I start to feel better because this is terrible. Yep. But now I'm really thankful.
Yep.
Really thankful.
Yeah, and we're still very careful.
Yeah, we're careful.
We'll continue to be, but
Yeah, Roxana, you might react. I had a lot of friends that did react, and then I had a lot of friends that didn't react. So, it's scary. Take Tylenol after, after you get the shot, take the Tylenol. That might help. Hi, Magdalena. Welcome. My mom is 83, Lorna, and she didn't have a reaction at all. Nothing. She's like, oh, my arm is a little sore. That was after her second one. So, but I'm hearing stories. I heard stories today about an older woman who got COVID, and then her daughter is my age. She's the caretaker. The older woman is now better and going back to her retirement home. The daughter has just been moved to critical care and is in really bad shape. And that's scary. And my mom said to me, she didn't dare leave the house for a whole year because she thought if she gets sick, I'm the one that would have to take care of her. And it could do me in. She was worried about me. That. And our other daughter and son-in-law never wanted to visit because they were worried about us.
Yeah,
so
and our youngest, she wears a mask basically 24 hours, 7 days a week because when she goes out and works, she wears it. And then when she comes home, she wears it.
She wears a mask in the house all the time to keep us safe. So, yeah, you didn't have a choice of the vaccine, Martha. Yeah, most people don't. I was on the internet every single half hour for a week and a half. And I found this place at 10:30 at night. And we drove a half hour to get there, and it was worth it. And it was 5 minutes from a really good hospital, which was good.
Yeah, it was a very good hospital.
Yeah. Okay. Donna had her second Pfizer, just a sore arm.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what most people have, most people aren't like me.
No.
So I didn't want to publicize, my big bad thing, because I'm special that way.
Right. Well, I mean, they said even for that clinic, they had tons and tons of shots, and I don't know how many times they even.
No. I was the first ambulance out of there.
Absolutely.
And ever since they started immunizing, I was the only one that went out in an ambulance.
Right. And who knows if they ever even had to call the ambulance people just to come and.
Yeah, I don't think they have.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sheila, I'm scared also and very sensitive, but I believe it's the right thing to do. Yeah, Sheila, I know. It's just it's almost like you take one for the team and you pray your way through it. So, I haven't really heard of too many people dying from it, so I think you get through it. And there are a lot of healthy people that have had, the fevers and the flu symptoms. Yeah. Women seem to more than men, I think, even. But I don't blame you for being scared, but it's scarier to get the dumb disease, that's scary too. So, yeah, I'm glad I went to the ER too. I just had to. Hi, Phyllis in Georgia. Welcome. Can you buy an actual canvas of my bunny, or does it have to be a digiprint? Roxana, where do you live? And how big would you want it? We'll have to talk. You'll have to, send me, talk to me in a chat. Cause I'm mostly not shipping canvases. But it depends, where you are and how big the size is and stuff. So, let's see. They thought I would react, but I didn't. And I'm 70, Terry.
Very good.
Good. I got the Pfizer vaccine, need my second shot at the end of the month. See, that's good. Yeah. And I think there's a lot of people that think they'll react and they won't. So you might be pleasantly surprised. I hope that, Sheila, you're one of them. And, I hope all of you guys that are scared of, Cheryl. Guelph.
Okay.
Yep. And hi, Reed. Oh, you love the Billy Jacobs print in the background. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You see that up there? Yeah. It actually lights up. There's a little light that goes in the farm windows. It's kind of cute.
There is?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, I never knew that.
You push this side and then the farm windows light up like someone's in them.
Oh, I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. You got the fancy one.
I did. I got a fancy one. I'm calling family to say, here, I go getting it done. I know, just in case.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I said that to my family. I'm like, listen, that I am highly reactive to shots and all these kinds of things. And so if I die, I don't hold any of you responsible. It was my decision to take one for the team, but I'm doing it so that we can all be together again and safely. So, yeah.
And what was kind of funny when the whole thing happened was we ended up down by the hospital, and our oldest, when I called her to talk to her, to tell her that her mom was in the emergency room being observed, she says, yeah, Dad, you can't hide things. We have the stalker app. And I looked at the phone and I'm like, holy cow, they're at the hospital. What's going on? So then I had to, of course, then I called my younger daughter too. And, for the same reason, because she's like, she'll probably look on the phone and say, "Ooh, what are they doing there?"
Roxana, why don't you contact me on my website? Okay. You can chat with me on there and we'll chat about this. AnnClay, theprimitivehome.com. That's where you guys can get a hold of me and then we can chat. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. You gotta, let your people know just in case, but, yeah, I actually made phone calls as soon as I got into the hospital. Before I got into the room, I called all my family members because honestly, the nurse that was observing after the shots, she had been a cardiac nurse.
Yeah.
So, she had her little stethoscope and she really got off on cardiac stuff. So, I mean, that might be part of the reason, she might have been like going back into her job but I got scared. And I ended up calling up my kids and my mom. And I'm like, I'm sorry if I die. Yeah. Erica, hi, Australia.
All right.
I love that. Welcome.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it. We've got UK, we've got Australia, lots of Ontario, Canada, we got
Texas.
California, Arizona, Texas, Ohio, New Jersey,
Carolina.
North Carolina. We got a lot of people here.
Yep.
This is fun.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, that was my bad news. And honestly, I was sick, very tired until it took me 6 days to get over it. So I think that's longer than most people. Most people say 2 days.
But I see that as a good thing because that means that your body was fighting, which then means that your immune system is built up.
Some scientists say that if you react, it means you have a very strong immune system.
Yeah.
I think my immune system is a tad overreactive. Yeah. But
it is.
Yeah. Thank you, Jill. I'm glad I'm feeling better too. I'm glad it's done. And, on Wednesday, we're going to be our 2 weeks after the shot. So thank you, Phyllis. Yeah, it was scary. It was scary. But then there was Tom, he's like the second day.
No reaction.
I think my arm hurts a little.
Well, it hurt when they stuck me too. I mean, when they stuck me, it hurt. I even got a little twinge in my elbow because they must have hit a nerve.
Yeah. Hi, Helen in Wales. Welcome. Now we have two from Wales. Wow. This is exciting.
I'm going to get my phone because I want to look up where Wales is.
Gabrielle, hi. Greetings in Southern California. Cherie, thank you. You love the channel. Wish you lived in New England. Did you get the Moderna or the Pfizer? Tracy. Okay, so Sheila, I did not actually get the flu. I just got flu symptoms. So honestly, I think I had COVID when my daughter Cammie did. I think I had a very mild case because how I felt that night was very similar to how I felt when my daughter was sick. And, but I was only sick for a couple days when I felt sick. And they say that if you had COVID, you could react stronger to the shot also. So all the symptoms I felt like I was sweaty and I was cold, so it was like that feverish, and I had a headache and I felt nauseous and every joint and muscle just throbbed. And then my heart was racing and I could tell my blood pressure was high. And I was just like, how when you're really sick, you're just like breathing really deep. That's how it was. And it was that way from like 12 at night until 5 in the morning. So it was a 5 hour. And then all of a sudden when I woke up the next morning, at 5, I took some Tylenol, fell asleep till about 10. And then when I woke up, all those flu symptoms were gone. So I didn't really have the flu. They were just gone. And then I had the achiness and the fatigue left. So, and I got the Johnson & Johnson, Tracy. So that was the one and done, which, so happy I did the one and done. Yeah, Tracy, your arm was super sore, tired, so tired for your second dose. Yeah, hey, you, Rosalie, good to see you. I can't get my shot yet here. Only 80 plus right now get it. They're hoping to start 75. Wow, that's Lorna. That's something.
Wow.
They're opening things up here. April 5, anyone 16 and over can get it. So, yeah, that's so tired though. I was so tired. Like the third day, I could hardly raise my head. It was crazy tired. Thank you, Katie. I'm glad I'm feeling better. Are you glad I'm explaining what I went through? Thanks, Sheila. I just didn't know if I was going to tell anyone. I got to tell you because I didn't want to scare people away from getting it.
Right.
I know people that, they were too scared to get it and then they got the disease. And now I think they would much rather have gotten a shot. So I didn't want to, oh no, don't be scared, Roxana. I didn't want to scare anyone away. And part of it is my body, so many bodies aren't going to react like this.
It's more an exception.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because we're sitting there and everybody's coming in and getting their shot and they're sitting down and then they're leaving. And,
yeah.
It's this continuous flow.
Yeah.
And that happens all day long there.
Yeah.
And so then one time,
yeah,
it's completely an exception. And it's understandable to be afraid because you don't know what's going to happen. But, my thinking, of course, I'm the guy who didn't have any reaction, but my thinking is that, they've done due diligence to get this ready and safe.
Yeah.
And when you look at the numbers of how many people have had the shot and how many people have had serious reactions.
Yeah. It's so rare.
Yeah.
Hi, Monica in Seattle. Welcome. I'm glad I'm okay too. Yeah, Sheila, I have anxiety and panic too. So I get it. I mean, maybe my heart was beating because I thought I was going to have a heart attack. I mean, I get it. I can make my blood pressure and heart go up in a heartbeat. So I get it. Yeah. You still need to get the shot. That's right, Roxana. It's just, the shots aren't going to kill anybody. We might be sick for a few days, but COVID could kill you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I just don't want anyone to be dying around here.
Not at all.
And, I've thought about this too. I've thought about how would I even know? Like you guys are like part of my YouTube family and all of a sudden you wouldn't be answering anymore and I wouldn't even know. And that's kind of sad. That's very sad. It might have been more because it's one-shot dose. I mean, it might have been, and they say people that get the flu shots all the time maybe won't have as bad a reaction. I don't know. But yeah, that could be. So yes, most don't have bad reactions. That's right, Martha. Right. Most don't.
Right.
I'm an exception.
Right.
Let's see. Don't be afraid. I work in a hospital. We have 800 in our clinic on Tuesday for vaccination. We have so many more positive cases versus negative. That is so true.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Tracy. I mean,
yeah.
Tons of people are getting them, but they're not having anything. So
well, yeah, and in truth, really, I mean, what happened at the hospital was there was a lot of observation, but the only reason we were there was because there was your larger concern.
Yeah, it was
because if you didn't have any of that background or any of that anxiety, they would have looked at you and they would have listened to your heart rate and they would have said, yeah, it's elevated. They would have checked your blood pressure and said, yeah, it's elevated. That's not uncommon. Just sit here and rest for a while, see if you start to feel better. And
yeah. And there was one other thing because, I had my gallbladder out. I've been drinking a little more coffee. I was having some gas pains here. And then I'm like, is that gas or is that a heart murmur? And then that's my anxiety. And then I'm like, what if it's my heart and I don't pay attention to it? So yeah. You'll be with your hubby, so you'll feel safe. Good, Sheila. Yes, my hubby stuck with me the whole time. He sat and they let him in the ER, which was so nice because all those other hospital visits this year I was alone.
I got in trouble because I came in the wrong door.
Yeah.
And security was not happy with me.
Right. Yeah. No. Oh, Judy's just getting over COVID. Take it from me. Get the shot. Thank you, Judy. Yeah. No.
My brother, when he was sick, man, holy cow.
We thought he was going to die.
He was not breathing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was, he was huffing and puffing like it. I mean,
no, he couldn't breathe.
It was bad.
Our daughter was having trouble breathing.
Yeah.
My uncle wasn't that sick, but now he has a bunch of fluid on his lungs.
Yeah. Which
that's not good.
Possibly could be from that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Danette, you'd like to buy what pictures? Contact me on my website. Chat to me. Thanks. Yeah, Judy, I hope you feel better soon too. That is, I am so glad you're getting over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not anything to play with.
No, not at all.
And the thing is, yes, some people have a mild case, but you don't know who's going to have a mild case and who's not. And then all the studies now are showing that 1 in 3 are going to have long-term effects. And I think our daughter has had long-term
Quite
effects.
possibly.
She
talks about it.
She talks about trouble breathing since that happened, and pain, different pain that she's like a pleurisy kind of pain. So, yeah, it's not worth it.
No.
Let's see. It could have been anxiety, worrying. Yeah, I know. Sheila, my son-in-law, gives the shots every day and has only had to observe one person since he started. She was fine after some observation, but that's
absolutely.
Hardly anybody's having anything. All is good now. I'm glad you got it. Glad you're better. That's right. Exactly. Now I don't have to worry about things so much. Life is, to have the family over for Easter is huge, because you guys know we've been doing all our holidays on video. We've had nobody here but the 3 of us that live in the house. And, my mom has been alone for 82, a whole year. She's 82, almost 83. And Wednesday, we are both going to have our immunity up, and I can go visit her in her house and I can hug her, and I could cry when I'm just saying I could hug my mom. I mean, it's been a hard year. Yeah. Oh man, you lost someone to your family recently to COVID. I'm so sorry, Rosalie.
Very sad.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
And there's no coming back from that.
No.
That's totally life changing.
537,000. And those are beloved people.
Yeah. Every one of them.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Camper life lost both next door neighbors. They're both gone. Oh, that's awful.
Wow.
Well, and a lot of husbands and wives and people I know. A friend of mine lost both parents, just like that, and her husband's having trouble. So, Tom, where are you from in Canada?
Well, so I've lived in a lot of different places in Canada, northern British Columbia, Terrace, northern Alberta, a little town called Edson, which is 2 hours west of Edmonton, southern Manitoba, Brandon, which is 2 hours west of Winnipeg. And I've lived in southern Ontario, a couple different places there, a couple different very small towns, Palmerston and Jarvis, it's in the southern Ontario area, near London and a couple hours from Toronto.
Yeah, he's been around Canada.
Yeah, love Canada. I'm Canadian.
Oh, yes. So, okay, back to my step back. Isn't that cute? So I got that at Laney's store at Country Bumpkins.
Didn't I give you permission before you ever went to Laney's store? Didn't I say go get a cupboard?
I don't think so.
No, I did not. I got a phone call. Would you kill me if?
It's usually that. Would you kill me if? And I send him a picture. Would you kill me if?
Yeah, yesterday she sent me a would you kill me if?
Yeah, I did. I sent him a would you kill me if?
I immediately said yes. And even before I saw what it was.
Oh, hi, Malvia. Good to see you. Nice to have you here. Oh, man. Oh, did you say goodnight like goodnight you're leaving, or goodnight like hello? Well, either way, it's good to see you.
Yes.
Martinez, Claudia, hello from El Paso. It's a beautiful day here. How's the weather? Our weather was beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it was really nice.
Tracy said that she has a grandmother, French
grandfather.
Grandfather. Okay, I can't read it because I'm too far away.
Yeah.
Quebec.
Yep. No, I love that cover too. And yes, it shows off those new dishes very nicely, doesn't it? That's what I bought him for the cupboard. And of course, at Christmas, they're going to go scooching over to that other side that's closed. We can't have that side open because the door is there. So they'll scooch over. Well, because at Christmas, I'm going to be in this dark, like in fall, I'll get in this dark brown, grungy mood and everything's going to have to look old and grungy. And so that's going to have to go in there. And then the pewter and the grungy stuff will come out there. And then at Christmas, we'll put splashes of red. And then when spring comes, we'll switch it up again. And these can come back out. You know, you got to decorate for the seasons, right, everybody?
Is that why things keep changing?
That is why things are always changing, because it's about the mood of the house.
The mood.
You know, like even in this room, because I really get into fall decorating because Primitive Place magazine came and photographed last fall for the next fall issue. So, you know, this was all browns and darks and yummy, warms, chocolatey colors. But, you know, when spring comes, you got to brighten it up because you need it. Yeah. How's the job hunting going, Thomas?
Well, so right now I'm contracting and that's working really well.
Yes.
I had my first week of contracting and I loved it. It was awesome.
Yeah. So he's contracting. So that's so he's consulting for a company and he's working and they pay him by the hour, which is really nice because all these other jobs, they're like
doing the same work that I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But without some of the complexities of being a full-time employee. Yeah.
Lorna has a serious plate problem. Good to meet you, Lorna.
My name is Tom, and I don't have a plate problem. In fact, I remember when we moved to Uxbridge and we bought new plates, and you said, "This is the only set I'm ever going to buy."
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
Boy, I probably did. I say that a lot when I buy something I feel I've spent a little more money on. Then I'm like,
I'm all done.
I'm all done. I'll never buy anything else. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I say that a lot.
Yes, you do.
I'm glad you got a good chuckle there, Dougie Mama. That's right, Magdalena. Change for each season. Magdalena is from Netherlands. You know,
from the Netherlands.
Yes, Holland.
Where in the Netherlands? I'd be curious.
Oh, tell Tom where you're from in Holland, Magdalena. Let's see. Tom, my son and I almost moved to Canada when he was in hockey in his youth. Oh, interesting, cool. Roxana. Yeah. My grandparents moved to Canada. They were in the U.S. They moved to Canada, and my grandma just hated Canada. I'll never forget that. She had her own reasons.
It was a significant culture.
It was a culture shock for her
to where she moved to.
Yeah.
And it was a totally different. Yeah. It wasn't really the Canadian culture, I don't think.
Judy wants to know if we can clone you.
Clone me?
Yeah. Everybody needs a Tom. They all need a Tom. Okay, could I just tell you he hasn't always been this wonderful when I go shopping.
No.
And it had to be, I broke him down over the years. You know, when we were first married, he just fought with me about everything I bought. No, he's like.
Because I lose anyways.
He loses anyway. He can't win. Amsterdam. Yay.
All right.
Well, yay. So someday I'm taking Tom to Amsterdam.
Some of my favorite friends in Canada immigrated from Amsterdam in the 80s, in the mid to late 80s. And they were just wonderful people. Loved them.
I love Amsterdam. Very fun. I stayed on a boat in Amsterdam, right on the canal. I forgot what the name of the boat was when I was staying there. It was so wonderful. We wanted to have our daughter's wedding there, like but then people were like, well, we're not going to buy a ticket to Europe for a wedding, so we didn't, but we thought it'd be really nice to have a wedding on the boat.
Shall I go talk to the dog?
Do you need to talk to the dogs a minute? Okay, you can talk to the dog.
I'll go remind them
Rosalie, what happened to your channel? Aren't you doing your channel right now? I know Rosalie took a break for a while, Deanna, but that's a good question. Where are you, Rosalie? You need work done? Oh, Donna. Yeah, it's really good that he is working. I'm glad because it's been getting very scary. He got this consulting job a month ago, and then he had another place that kept, like, oh, we want you, and interviewing, and he's like, oh, I should have the benefits, but I really think this is a good job for him. Southern Ontario, Canada. Hi, Kathy. The snow has finally melted. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah. Let's see. Magdalena, does Tom have Dutch roots too? Yes, Magdalena, he is completely Dutch like me. I think he has a little bit of German in him, right? But else you're totally Dutch. Yeah. We're and our kids are totally Dutch. We're just completely Dutch here in America. Gabrielle, Anne, you have such a good husband. Oh, Tom, this is love on Tom night. I took a road trip from Southern California to Victoria and Vancouver, British Columbia. Wonderful. I thought the people were so nice over there. You loved it. It is nice there. And I love Victoria. You take the ferry over and you see the whales. It's beautiful. Whales. You didn't see any of the killer whales?
No.
Orca? Really?
Not on the ferry. No.
Oh, they followed me out. There were so many. And then you could get the Nanaimo bars too. They were yummy on the ferry.
I love Vancouver.
Yeah. Vancouver's very nice. Roxana, you change and decorate for the seasons and the holidays. Yes, I bet you guys all do because you're watching a decorating channel. So you all have that same love. Jill, I tell my husband every time now, I'm all set till my next shopping trip. That's probably the better, honest answer, Jill. Did I purchase anything at that beautiful shop in your previous video? I purchased one thing, Rosalie. Oh, it's behind me. Can you get it? I'll show you. Yeah, I just purchased one little thing because, I just can't go. Although I did get a buddy from Kathy yesterday that I'll have to show you guys because it's really cute. But this is.
You want me to go get that money?
Oh, that's okay. You can get it if you want. I got this. Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh. I just thought it was so cute. That little face, and the little ears. So my grandmother used to sew stuffed animals and I'd go visit her and she'd talk to them and she'd do this and she'd kiss them and she'd do this. And I just always laughed because, it was cute, but it was funny. She was like 90-year-old lady just loving on her stuffed animals. And I think I'm going to be the same way. I think this is so cute. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna miss things here. Let's see. Teamwork make the dream work. That's right, Belvia. My guy always says, "What do you need that for?" I say, "You will see." Good answer, Donna. I know. Lorna, my husband passed 2 years ago. Oh, I'm so sorry. But he used to put up with my shopping and decorating too. I think he actually liked it. Well, they do like to live in a nice house, even if they don't want to admit it. Camper life, loved my cousin Mel's. Okay, look guys. Turn it. It's so cute. Turn it sideways. Like the face. Show the little face. Look at the little face. It's so cute. Kathy put it on her website yesterday or 2 days ago, and I just went, so that's.
I think that little one in the pot was your last rabbit, right?
Yeah, that's the one I
said is the last.
Yeah, maybe I said that was the last one I was going to buy.
But then this one?
Yeah.
King?
Well, this one needed a daddy. This is so cute. Love cousin Mel's house. Tom does have a laugh. Let's see. Took a much needed social break. Trying to get your house ready for the spring tour. Yeah, Rosalie's going to put it on my channel too. So we're going to collab. Aren't we, Rosalie? When you're all ready. Let's see. Yes, I buy him. My hubby does all the decorating. That shop was so wonderful, Phyllis. Yes. Isn't that bunny cute? I know. I was wondering that too. And you bought from that. Is it? Yep, that's what I bought. Little bunny and this isn't actually a real pot. It's like lighter than a pot. Like I think it's paper or cardboard. It would be really easy to break, I think. But I was trying to have discipline and I thought this would look really cute in this room because in this room, you really can't see, but I have the bunny. I wonder if I can, there. See, there's the bunnies on the wall and they're so huge and I love them. They look so good. So anyway, I thought this would be fun to be by the bunnies on the wall. Let's see where we are. Gregory wants to know what your favorite beer is, Tom. Oh, that's a good question.
I like to have lots of variety. Oh man, I can never remember the names of them though either. There was one that I had. Oh shoot, I can't remember it. Oh, I wish I had the bottle. I can't remember it. One that I have quite often is like Namaste. I generally get IPAs, or IPAs or just from microbreweries. There was one time. This was quite a while ago. I had this this homesickness for Canada, and I went to this store and they had like a huge 30-pack of Labatt's, and I'm like, wow, taste of Canada. And I bought that 30-pack of Labatt's, and I'll tell you, it was not what I remembered. And I had to finish all 30 cans. I've not done it again. So now basically what I do is it's all like microbreweries, and I just try a whole different variety.
We have some breweries around, so that's kind of convenient. Lorna, no, we have never tried to make our own beer.
No.
I don't even like beer. So
I don't know that I would want to, because honestly, I think it would be a big disappointment, and I'd have a big, huge batch of something that I might not like.
Yeah. So that bunny is to die for. And Magdalena, during that video, I did say, I'm in love with this bunny or something like that. It was a bunny that looked a lot like that big one I bought, only it was a smaller one. It was like, this big, like 12 inches high. And I just thought it was the cutest thing, but I didn't buy that one. And then I went and bought this one. So, go figure. It's a huge bunny. And I have two other big ones that I bought last year that are like in the same family. They're really hard to get. So they're almost like a collector's item bunny now, which I tell myself. Yeah, let's see. So cute. Thank you, Danette. She says she always keeps us in her prayers. Thank you. Yeah, that is a big bunny canvas. Not everyone can do such a big bunny as my big bunnies. But yeah, I really love them. Well, because, okay. So let me show you. So that big bunny is like a cousin to the big bunny we just showed you, because I actually made those canvases from the bunnies that I have in my house. And I took pictures of them and painted up the pictures. That's what I did. I put them in primitive bodies and took pictures and painted those pictures. So that's what they are. So they are actually the same faces as my bunnies in the other room that are cousins to the new one that Tom just showed you. Sally says the only beer I like is root beer. Amen to that one. Oof. Yeah. Hey, Julie, welcome. Do you paint or draw? Yes, Lorna, I do it all. I used to have a mural business where I painted murals on people's walls. I did like a lot of children's rooms. I painted a dumpster once, like a cottage. I painted once like an ocean scene on a triangle up in the sky in someone's modern bathroom. I've done a couple modern bathrooms where I've done ocean scenes.
You did Florida scenes
I went to Florida and did Florida scenes. I had a lot of murals in New Jersey. I have some murals in Massachusetts.
Yes, mural on the side of a store.
I had murals on the side of a store. I have I did on my sister's house. I did a rainforest room for her son, and 2 ocean kind of rooms for the daughters, and little Cape cottages with flowers. Nice. So yeah, I do a lot of painting and drawing. In recent years, I've done more professional photography. I got into that about 20 years ago and did that a lot. I do it all. I have my master's in fine arts. So I actually, and I love to decorate anything creative, it's all about being creative. I love it. Let's see. Oh, Lisa's here. Oh my goodness. Just so I was live. Hey, welcome, Lisa. Funny lady. That's funny. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Sally. It's, it's that creative gift mix. So I've got all the art and the music that's all bundled into this big creativity thing. But don't ask me to do math because that's not where my gift lies. If you want me to control your bills, it's a bad idea.
A lot of times I have millions of dollars when she talks about it. She doesn't know the difference between millions and hundreds.
Sometimes I just get mixed up. Yeah. Thanks, Jill. You'd like to see my work. Yeah. I have a notebook somewhere that has all of my murals that I did. I have a portfolio. Yeah. I don't know what happened to it. Someday I'll dig it out and show you guys. My goal is to get an Arnett Santa, says Martha. You can't justify paying that much for me. Yeah. I love bunnies too. Heck, if it's seasonal, I love it. I know. I just decided the other day that I think I like bunnies even better than Santas. Because you can leave bunnies out. You can put them up in February and you can leave them out all summer, right? So they've got more of a shelf life. So then you kind of feel like you can justify it more. And then even like some of these bunnies, they look kind of rustic. So you could almost leave them out in fall and do some fall stuff around them. So you only want them to hop away at Christmas and then they can hop back out, unless there's something, like if it's bright pastel-y, then it wouldn't work. But these are kind of crunchy munchy bunnies. Hey, Lisa, thank you. You liked my painted Easter eggs, Sally. Yeah, they turned out good.
Yeah, they did.
Amazingly enough. I didn't think they were going to. Sounds great. I do pencil pet portraits as a size business. I would love to see more of your work. Oh, that sounds cool, Lorna. Well, the more I get done on the house, the more artistic I can get on the channel. I just haven't kind of worked on that side. It's weird. You get your master's in fine arts and then you don't do art for a couple of years, and all my friends are still, putting out their art. And I just say, well, my house is my canvas right now. And, and I'm always changing it for the channel. So it continues to be my canvas. No math, says Jean. Hi, but I worked with numbers for years. Oh, that's scary. And that barn quilt you and Tom did was gorgeous. Thank you. I just watched the video the other day. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I plan on painting some more barn quilts. As soon as it's warm enough, which it's getting, we can do the basic layer on there, and then I can paint on the wood. So, Roxana, I too am an artist, but can't do math either. Must be a common thing. See, I think so.
Oh, it is. It's a different skill set.
Yeah, it's kind of like the way your brain
math
is wired.
Not creative.
Oh no,
math is very 1 + 1 is 2. Always is 2.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, this is never liked math. My algebra teacher laughed at me. That's how bad at math I was. Bunnies don't should ho 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 either. bunnies don't ho ho either. No. I could make a bunny Santa. Yeah, Jean. I saw someone made a frog outfit for a bunny, and I was like, I do, though. I keep Henry out, my big bunny, all year, and I do dress him up for Christmas. I put a scarf on him and a tree in his hands. But I move him kind of like I put him in the hallway because I didn't want to look at him. But in the spring, he's right in my living room because I want that whimsy and that fun. Oh, you mean shout? Yeah, no, buddies don't shout. Ho, ho, ho. You two are my favorite couple on YouTube because you're always laughing. Oh, thank you, Sally.
And it is true that math folks are great computer programmers.
That's very true. And I am thankful for math folks because I need them in my life.
Yep. And computer programmers, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I would not say Tom is a math person either.
I am hurt. In high school, I prided myself on my math capabilities.
Did you?
Yes, I did. When I went to college, maybe because I didn't have as good as education, I didn't do so well.
I wonder.
But actually, when I look back at it, I thought I didn't do so well. But when I look back at my grades now, I actually had decent grades in calculus and things like that.
I wonder if after you met me, your math slipped, because you seem to really been getting in touch with the creative side, the building and all those things. Those are more creative, and you've been working on your computer and more creative
you
endeavors.
stole my math away from me.
I
you killed the math in me. Every time I go for a spreadsheet, you make fun of me. I mean, it's like, it's uncomfortable to go into a spreadsheet now.
Oh, Jean says most of my sons are really good at math, engineer and builder. Oh, that's really good. Yeah. We actually have a son-in-law that's good at math.
Oh,
his mother is an accountant, so he's good at math.
Programmer.
And he's a programmer. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, and he loves math.
He does.
Loves math.
He does. And our daughter, his wife, she's a scientist, but she's also very creative and,
and her way of doing math was so different than mine. Mine was very step by step by step, and hers was just like intuitive math. I she would tell me the right answer, and then I'd want her to prove it, and she couldn't do that, but she always got the right answer.
Yeah. Roxana says, I had an art teacher tell me artists do math every time we create, but it's not linear. Indeed, our home is our home is our art, and so love it. All in everything you do, both you and Tom. Thanks, Roxana. Yes, that's very true.
Well, it's absolutely true, because now with the work that I'm doing, I design graphics and visuals as part of courses that I'm building, and there's a lot of math in that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think about it in more of a mathematical way, whereas a true artist will just see that and just be able to create that, and it's more like a feeling than actually literally saying, well, I should put this at exactly this point and exactly that point,
right,
mathematically.
Right. So Jill, that was very nice, said we bring joy to others. Thank you. I was just thinking about that whole topic today, because I used to feel like I had to make like this huge difference in people's lives and, change the world. That's like how I'm wired. We were all about changing the world. And then when I started a YouTube channel, I'm like, I'm just doing decorating. That didn't seem like it was enough to change the world. And today I was thinking, yeah, but that's the kind of thing that brings joy to people's lives and helps other people create. And I just love to get you all creating, and just like we all encourage each other with creating. I'm encouraged to create because I know that you're going to be encouraged to be creative. So it's always fun. Lisa says she did well at math, couldn't program. My husband was lucky to graduate high school, and he's amazing at math. Yes, see, go figure. Go figure. Okay, Rosalie has a question for me. If you could keep only one piece of furniture in your home, what would it be? It might be that cabinet behind me. Actually, well, I mean, that doesn't count trunks, right? Because my great grandpa gave me I have a trunk. Oh yeah. But that's furniture. Yeah, I think it's that right there. I
want to keep the Mission Oak chair.
We have a Mission Oak chair. We bought it brand new.
Daddy's chair.
Daddy's chair. This is another way I got around Tom at the beginning. So we had this really cute little Cape house. And I went to this local furniture store, and I bought a bunch of furniture, and they brought that home one day, and Tom didn't know. And it was like, the chair was like a beautiful leather recliner. I remember it was $1,100, which was more than I ever spent for any piece of furniture in my whole entire life.
And that was a lot of years ago.
It was many years ago.
That was our 25 years.
25 years ago. Our youngest daughter was a baby, and our other daughter was like 2 years old. And they brought it in, and Tom's like, "What is this?" And I said, "Oh, that's your new chair." And I said, "Sit in it. Isn't it comfortable? That's your new chair." And so that our little daughter Kristen kept saying, "That's Daddy's chair. That's Daddy's chair." They both did, but
they wouldn't let anybody sit.
Yeah, but our others was a baby. She couldn't talk yet, so it was Daddy's chair. And then we have had it all these years, and it didn't actually match my living room, and it bothered me. And so the other day we got home, and our daughter says, "Guess what? The chair broke tonight." She was sitting in it, and all of a sudden so I have to replace that. But yeah, that's the
I'm
mission
trying to figure out how to fix it.
I think it has to go.
I think it can be fixed. After all that investment, I think it can be fixed.
Roxana says, how nice. There are a lot of different strengths and talents. That's right.
Yeah.
You are a virtual joy spreader. Thanks, Julie. That's adorable. Thank God I don't have to choose. That's right, Jill. That's right. I wouldn't want to have to choose. But, you know, so much of my furniture has been thrifted. I mean, honestly, it's this table behind Tom. I bought that at Christmas Tree Shop, which is a super duper cheap place. It is literally veneered with who knows what on top.
Right. Looks like oak.
It
looks like mission oak.
No, kind of. It's the darker color. It looks, everybody wants that table. Like we had that in our house that we sold.
$100 for it?
We paid $100 for that. Had
and
it sitting outside. Yep, under a tarp for like 2 years. And then and now it's my dining room table. It's a nothing. We're sitting on chairs that were $10 each. And you would know that because if we move, we might fall and break them. I mean, honestly, Thomas to glue them back together, you know, but we have so much cheap furniture in our house. It's but it's fun to put together something like that.
There's not much that we bought like new or, you know.
Yeah. Hubs has a nasty recliner. Soon it will don. I will don a hazmat suit to burn it. Probably get dinged by the EPA. That's great, Lori. I love it. Burn that sucker. Tom,
I had a wonderful chair. A wonderful chair that I had for a long time. My friend and I, we bought it when I was in college for our dorm room, and I took that with me everywhere. We bought it probably in 1980, and we took it, and I still had it in 89. So 9 years I hauled it around in my car and put it in every room every place I ever lived. It was awesome.
Ugly.
It was great.
It was like this yellowy, greeny.
We probably paid $20 for it.
And it was gross. And who knows who sat on it ever.
I sat on it.
Well, when we got married, it didn't make it to our house. Yes.
No, it didn't, did it?
Yes.
That was not
it
nice.
Didn't.
That was not nice. It's like that that round wagon.
The womb. They call that chair the womb.
The womb?
The womb.
Oh, wow.
That's great. And now that table will be in Primitive Place magazine. Who would have thought? I know. That table will be in Primitive
$100.
The $100 piece of junk table will be in Primitive Place magazine along with all the broken chairs.
Is basically pressed with chips glued with a veneer over top.
Yeah. No, I know. That's actually, now that I think about it, maybe I could have bought a new table for the Primitive Place magazine.
Maybe people will be asking where they can get that table.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, boy. Jill, my recliner needed to go years ago, but it's so comfortable. That is the problem with recliners.
That was the problem with my chair.
I know. Well, no, your chair was...
No, my chair was very comfortable.
We have two. We had Italian leather.
Here's the other thing.
I'm talking.
Yeah, I know, but I have to make this point.
What?
The other thing that was so nice about that chair were all those moments that I could remember sitting there reading wonderful books and all of the growth that occurred while I sat in that chair. It made me a better human being. And that's why I love that chair.
I feel really bad right now. So we have two recliners. There's that laugh again. We have two recliners and a couch that were Italian, because we haven't always been primitive, right? When we were in North Carolina, we were much more modern. Also, I painted murals all over the house, and then we decided to sell it, so I had to paint over all the murals. I had painted. One year, I just like went crazy, and I painted like these
the stairs
flowers. The stairs were paid. I don't know what I was thinking. I just was really. I know, it was kind of weird.
Someone might have thought that you were.
A little. Yeah, I don't know what it was. But anyway, when we were in North Carolina, we had this great leather big couch, and then those kind of recliners that you just sink in, and they're just so wonderful. And then we gave them to our daughter and son-in-law when they got married. And then they didn't have a lot of room in their house. And so those 2 recliners are back in the barn.
Yep.
They're really comfortable, but I don't like how they look here. So there's issues.
Look good.
Now, Jean says, laughter is contagious. She loves watching people who are happy. Thank you. Well, we're happy because we're talking to you guys.
Yep.
And that's actually true, because if we weren't talking to you guys, we'd probably be like looking for some Hallmark movie, and Tom would be.
She'd be looking for a Hallmark movie, and I'd be pulling my laptop up to go. While she's watching the movie, I'm doing.
He'd probably do some work, and I'd probably be watching a Hallmark movie.
I'd be making money while she's watching it.
Well, that's good, since I bought a bunny. Lorna doesn't buy anything new either. It's more fun to go thrifting and hunt through antique shops. It absolutely is. Bernat Antiques had 2 wingback chairs yesterday that they posted on Facebook that would have looked so good in my house. And by the time I saw them, they were already gone. Like they were just whoosh right out. But the thrill of the hunt, right? Oh boy. Now you know, Tom, Jill says. Roxana, how nice that we can decorate so beautifully on a budget. You're proof of it. Budget shopping, that's me. That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, Karen. Welcome. We are still live. This happens. We start, and then we're always like, oh, it'll only be an hour. And then it's always 2 hours because you guys all start to join us like in the middle. And I don't want to go away. That'd be like putting your pajamas on in front of your guests and leaving. You guys are our guests.
My dad used to do that.
I know he did.
People a hint to go away at 11 o'clock at night when it was time to go to bed.
Lori, my aunt had a horsehair stuffed sofa ancient. You sunk into it. We used to play it up and say the captain must sink with the ship as my mom swatted at us. Oh my gosh, you got such a good sense of humor. Antiques and thrifting. Jill, you love Hallmark. Sylvia, hey. A lady one time asked my husband, what kind of furniture do you have, modern or contemporary? Oh no, my husband said, we have temporary.
Oh yeah, there's a good
mostly
line.
A bit thrifted. That's great, Sylvia. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's not thrifted because it was purchased as an antique.
Right.
So that's a little more than thrifted. That's, I don't spend much for furniture.
Right.
A lot of this stuff Elaine had. So, and gave to me. A
lot of it came up off the side of the road too.
A lot of it came off the side of the road. The side of the road furniture is a primitive place. But that was one thing that a Primitive Place magazine said to me, that they like to use my house as a way to show how you can decorate beautifully on a budget with, like they loved the idea of the shutters. Let's see.
Oh, the shutters over the fireplace.
The shutters over the fireplace. See right there. They loved that idea of the shutters sitting over the fireplace. And that thing Tom made.
That cabinet,
yeah. So that was one of the things they said to me. Yeah. Let's see, Karen, we just got home and sat in my recliner looking through YouTube, and there we were live. Oh, yeah. Beverly, hi. You two are too cute. Enjoy laughing. Love the cabinet. I shop on the side of the road. That's where we shop. We don't get roadkill, but we get furniture on the side of the road. Yeah. I've seen that YouTuber that, like she really got her start when she was going through the dump. We used to get some good stuff at the dump too. When we were in New Hampshire, they had a really good dump where they left stuff. But since COVID, you can't really.
No, we don't do that.
You can't do that. Yeah, those shutters are great, Lisa. And they were on the house when this was a restaurant.
Right.
And so I just thought they were fun up there.
That was like back 20s to the 40s. They were on the house, and then somebody put them in the barn when they took them off the house. And some of them were in really good shape. Some of them need a little fixing. But yeah. And we had put them on the house for a little while.
We did. Yeah, we're always changing things. Yeah. Everyone remember to thumbs up. Thank you, Sally.
Yeah.
Sally says, can you all just push that thumbs up button for us? That actually helps. If you're not watching on TV, that is, I guess. But thank you. I see one right there. That always helps when you guys comment and push that, because that helps YouTube push us out, and then we're not so obscure. I don't like to be obscure on YouTube.
She doesn't like to be obscure.
Ooh. old is our house? Lorna says it was built in 1780.
Yep.
We think the part that we're sitting in right now is a cape, and that was built in 1780. And then they started building onto it. So, they like built out toward the back, and then they built out toward the side. And of course, when this was a cape, it was your basic, we're in the parlor and there's a bedroom next to us. And then behind us would have been the kitchen with that, which is now our tavern. That would have been the kitchen, the cooking kitchen.
And upstairs would be sleeping.
Upstairs would be sleeping. So there'd be, but then at one time in the mid 1800s, a couple, like a father and mother, were here, an aged father and mother, and then the son and wife moved in and had a child. So I think at that point they would have started building more on it. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Roxana. She says we're a cute couple. Oh, it's that nice. Glad you haven't painted it all white. Gotta wonder how everyone will strip it when the trend ends. Never knew a real farmhouse was all white. Maybe you should buy stock in paint stripper. Well, yeah. And I like farmhouse style all white too. But yeah, that just wasn't gonna go here. It depends where you are and what you're into.
Well, and in a very modern farmhouse style. I mean, that looks really nice. It's real crisp. It's real clean.
Yeah.
It's very appealing. But in a historic home,
yeah,
you need some of those historic colors.
Yeah, and I really felt like I wanted to accent, around the windows and around the doorways. And I did lighten it up a lot because it was a lot darker when we bought it. It had the dark, like the golds, the mustard golds and the old reds and the old greens and all those colors that you would think of as primitive colors. And I wanted, and yet the windows, we have a lot. We have 47 windows, but they're really small.
They're all small, yeah.
Except for in these few rooms in the front of the house. So you don't get a lot of natural light. So I needed to not get depressed all through the winter in this house. So I needed to lighten it up. So, I did go with the Chantilly lace white on the walls and then that pashmina. And, it gives it that good accent. So I think that we made the right decision because it's, although this room was pink for a while, it was a very mellow kind of pink. Then I got sick of that. So that bedroom is still pink, but this I wanted to lighten up a little more. Yeah. Thank you, Roxana. Where did we live in North Carolina? We lived in Cary.
Yeah.
First, we lived in Durham.
Yep.
And then we moved to Cary. It was close to Tom's work. And yeah.
It's a wonderful place. I loved it. I loved living there.
He loved living there. Yeah. We made some really good friends. And I really liked that the winter was so short.
Absolutely. That was awesome.
There were a few things I didn't like about being in the Raleigh, Durham, Cary area was I felt too far from the ocean and too far from the mountains.
Right.
So I grew up in New Jersey where the ocean was 40 minutes away. Here even, we're like an hour from the ocean. And in New Jersey, you could have the mountains in an hour and the ocean in an hour. And so 3 hours on each was
a long way.
A long way.
Kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But what I liked Durham a lot. I thought Durham was a great city.
Yeah.
And I liked the historic things in Durham.
Yep.
I just liked Durham.
And we had such great neighbors in Durham. Oh my gosh.
Wonderful neighbors.
Yeah. Yeah. Love Durham.
Very,
with the neighbors.
Very warm.
Yeah. A great neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Tom's a philosopher. Gabrielle, he was a philosophy major. You nailed him. He is. He's like all in his little head.
Yeah, I am a philosophy major, which kind of hinders me on certain types of work.
Well, because he's always trying to figure out all the underlying whatever.
I think on the big idea things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, even when we're talking, he's thinking the big idea. And I'm like, there is no big idea.
Yes, there
it's
is.
just this.
There's a big idea. You're just
No, there's no big idea.
There is a big idea. There is.
Phyllis said her son lived in Durham for a couple of years. Yeah. We really liked Durham.
Great.
Yeah. And there was this really great dance studio that our daughter was in. Their performances were amazing. They do them at Duke University. And, Duke was so beautiful. Oh, Guy.
But the person who was teaching was never satisfied. But that's why they did so well.
Yeah, no, she really.
We went to a show and it was like absolutely perfect. And I was like standing in awe. And then I went and sat waiting to get my daughter, and all I could hear behind the curtain was a lot of severe reprimands for what they did wrong. I was like, that was a perfect show. I don't know what's wrong, but that's what made it so good.
Oh, wow. Lori says we bought our house from Shrek. All the windows are high. The shower was close to the ceiling. Even the closet poles were high. Wow. That's crazy. Giant's home. What magazine are you going to be posted in this fall? Can't wait to see it. Roxana, it's a Primitive Place magazine fall issue. So the spring one just came out. They'll have a summer one, I guess. Do they have summer?
I think so.
Spring, summer. Yeah. And then it'll be the fall. So it's an issue, 2 issues away from this one that's out right now. Let's see. My living room is dark gold and the kitchen is brick and gold. Some rooms are gray. Well, that sounds cozy, Deanna. We had a lot of gold in this house and we kept quite a bit of it. Like we kept it on the ceiling in the kitchen, and we did paint the other kitchen. We have a cathedral ceiling kitchen, which I will show you guys on a video soon. But we painted that all white when we moved in, just because I wanted to clean it up and just make it really light. So that's a little more looking like farmhouse, but that's so we complement each other. Yeah, it's good to compliment each other. It's just that when you're newlyweds, you don't always think that's a good idea, do you? We had a tough time when we were newlyweds anyway, because I was very, very sick with chronic fatigue syndrome. I couldn't get out of bed for 5 years. So that's not a good way to start a marriage.
We had a lot of stress.
We had a lot of stress
because we didn't know what was wrong with you and finances. It was tough.
Yeah. Yeah. Where did I purchase it?
Where'd you purchase what?
Where do I purchase it at? Which thing, Roxana? What are you looking to purchase? Oh, the Primitive Place magazine. Well, that's something you can get a subscription to, or you go to a country store. Now, see, I get Primitive Place magazine from Woodstock Country Shop from Kathy. But you can order it. You can definitely order it. Oh, good to see you, Rosalie. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, the magazine. You can order it. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. So, any more questions, guys? This is like so much fun. Go to the antique shops may or may not sell them, but primitiveplace.com. You could get it there.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can order it from them. And I'll make sure to, as soon as it comes out, tell you guys on the channel so that, everybody knows, because that's something to be happy about.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. Very exciting.
That was actually really exciting.
A lot of work to prep.
Yeah, we did a lot of work to prep because that's when we painted the whole outside and that was right before my brain tumor surgery. Yeah. It's been like a crazy, crazy fall.
Yeah.
But at least that's done. So now that the barn is all painted, that's why I feel like now we want to do the inside and put some windows in there. And that'd be the easiest way to get it, Roxana. We're looking at windows, trying to figure out what kind of windows to put in there. And Trish and Roger Anderson, hubby and I enjoy your channel very much, watching from Australia.
All right.
What are you going to do with all the new plates you scored at the thrift shop? Well, there they are, some of them. And we're going to eat on them for Easter. And I don't know, aside from that, but see all the great, there's all those accessory pieces. They were wonderful.
Well, and truthfully, price wise, how could you ever beat that?
$39 for,
because like the false craft stuff way back when it was created.
Yeah. Oh, I bet we spent $400 or $500 for our sets, like wedding, or easily. Other people did for the showers and stuff easily. And we got them all at the false craft outlet.
Yeah.
We got seconds. We didn't get first. Yeah. So yeah. I'm glad you enjoy the channel. I think that's so fun. Australia.
I'd like to go to Australia.
Yeah, my brother went to Australia and his whole family went last year. Before COVID, they all went to Australia, didn't they?
One of my favorite shows for a while was in Australia.
Okay.
Australian Trucker.
Oh.
It was awesome. The stuff that they had to drive through was incredible. I couldn't believe it. Like I think of what trucking here in the States, on interstates, you're on pavement all the time. There, they went through backcountry and it was amazing what they got through. Unbelievable. Those were real truckers.
Well, and I enjoyed vicariously my brother's family's trip to Australia, but I remember they got this great bed and breakfast by the ocean, but then they were like, we can't swim here because there's crocodiles and, big snakes. And like, there were some scary things, but then I saw the nieces holding koala bears and I was like, oh, that looks so nice. Oh, thanks. Great find. You love my blue and white. I do too. And I love that blue and white china. And I got a bunny the other day in a dress that matches. I don't know if Tom knows that.
Oh, you mean you bought something without even wow.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. There's a few other buddies.
Things that come out on the show.
Bunnies multiply.
Things that come out on the show.
Yeah. Your plates made me realize that I need to use mine. So I dragged them out of the cabinet to use for the next 3 months and then red set for summer. Good. I was thinking that today. Yes, you have to drag those plates out and use them. What good do they do in our cupboards? We've got it. They're a design, element, and they're beautiful.
That are full of plates.
Well, now we have all our plates on the shelves, and we can see them. And I love those plates. Plates are so pretty. Yeah, so pretty.
It's like changing your outfit.
Jill, do you hear our dog barking? That adorable little puppy is calling you.
She is waiting for our daughter, the reason that you saw me look down was I was looking at the Stalker app, and she is at home and she is parked in the driveway. So and the dogs are waiting for her to come in. They know she's there.
And our daughter has this weird thing that
it takes her a while.
It takes her a long time to get into the house from the car.
She probably finishes listening to whatever she's listening to.
I think so. Whatever that is.
Turns everything off and takes it all.
Yeah. She's always been like that though, even as a little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You love my bunnies too. Thank you. So yes, sorry about the barking. That is a little annoying.
Yeah.
and as soon as she comes in, they'll stop barking. So why don't you text her and tell her to come in because they're barking.
Well, now she's leaving. She's going to get something.
Oh no.
It says she's doing 14 miles an hour, so she must be going to the store. I'm going to go tell them to be quiet.
Okay. She's probably going out to get something to eat. Lori Hebs dropped one of my old Corel plates last week. It shattered into a billion shards like a dirty bomb. Oh no, don't think that they are like that now. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, those Corels aren't supposed to break. I can't find Bernat on Facebook. Am I spelling it wrong? Yes. Bernat is, now I'm having trouble remembering how it's spelled. Bernat. That's how you spell Bernat. Yeah, I love my dishes too. You're right. Tomorrow is pull out plates day. Bring the puppy to the screen. Not annoying. Well, we have 2 dogs. So we have the 2 puppies and they bark in stereo. And the girl dog is very protective. So when she hears any noise, she just barks. She's highly anxious, always barking, drive you nuts. Like if it's night and one of us isn't home, she'll just bark. And then little Carlisle, he's the boy dog. He wouldn't be prone to bark, but he has to bark because she barks. but he has the separation anxiety, so that if he's not with you and he feels like he should be, he gets really upset. So yeah, the puppies could have been a part of the video. They could have been a part of the video, Tom.
Well, Carlisle was here for a little while. Early on, I lifted him up.
Yeah, that's right. He was a part of the video.
But if they had been sitting in the room,
no,
they would have been even louder.
Yeah, they bark. They're pretty loud in stereo.
That's why I closed the door.
But they're getting old. They're like 12 or 13 now. And you can tell their legs are starting to like bow out a little. They're getting a little arthritic. They don't run around like puppies anymore.
Yeah, they move slower. Bella needs to be carried down the stairs.
She
refuses to go down. And I think probably because of her age, she doesn't like going up there anymore either. She doesn't really want to go up those stairs.
So
but I don't feel like carrying her up and down. She's
a tubbo.
She is.
Yeah. She's a round little thing. Yeah, but it's kind of sad to see them grow old. Those poor little puppies. I'm describing Hubs. He doesn't like to go up and down the stairs either. So Cammie, she started sleeping with the dogs last year when we went away or something. Yeah, I guess before COVID. We went away to California, and she wanted the dogs to sleep with her because she felt safer. And usually they slept in a crate at night, and they've been doing that since they were babies. But she got them used to sleeping on her bed, and now the poor little things can't climb the stairs to get there. Anyway, anyone have any more questions? Anyone have any more questions you want to talk about? Else we'll just start to, wind this down. We've got 118 people here though.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is so fun. It's better than maybe Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, sometimes.
We probably get paid less than those comedians.
Oh, totally.
Too. I know. I think they
But they wing it too, don't they?
They do wing it, and
really good.
And they're not always that funny. So
right.
I think they're in the olden days, like the Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd, and
well, it all
Eddie
depends
Murphy
on what the sketch is. They have
Rosanna
Dana. I've had a lot of good laughs.
Yeah. Okay, Jill has a question. How did you get started on primitive decor? I think it was the living in New England thing that did it. We lived in New England how many years ago? For the first time.
For the first time, that was Massachusetts, right?
Yeah.
So that was 20. Yeah,
I don't even remember.
It was 99.
1999. So did we? Yeah. 1999, we moved to New England. We were in an old farm.
The farmland actually was given to the clan by King George.
Yeah.
Deeded to them by King George.
Yeah. Yeah. And, okay, we'll get back to that. I'll just answer this. We talked about this earlier, but Tom has a consulting job.
Yes.
So yes, thank goodness.
Yes.
It doesn't pay insurance, but right now we're Cobra.
There's no insurance.
No, but he did get a consulting job. Thank you for asking, Roger. So anyway, primitive decor. So we were in an old farmhouse, and I think that's, I don't know. I had primitive decor in New Jersey too. I think I've liked primitive before we even had an old farmhouse. I just liked
Well, you were never really modern.
No, I guess it was in Michigan where I got that Mission Oak chair. I had like a plaid couch, and it was a camelback couch.
Yeah, we were in a nice cape.
We were a nice cape, and that felt, and so
it felt a lot like
that felt kind of like New England. So we decorated that primitive. Yeah. So we did actually.
The furniture that we bought there.
Yeah, that was very primitive looking.
Yeah.
So we used to go to this place called the Men and Gift Barn in Massachusetts when we visit for vacation. And we always went there. That was our favorite place. So, and we've always been, and we actually spent our honeymoon in Amish country, which had a lot of primitives. So I guess I've been into primitive a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we went to Amish country in Indiana.
Yeah.
Those were kind of the places that we like to go.
I like the simplicity of it, the natural, nature of it. It's just so, it's more skillfully crafted, like, basic and simple. And I liked that. So I think I've just been into that the whole time, and we always wanted a primitive house. Right. And so when we found this house, it was like, oh man, yeah. But we weren't living in anything primitive before this. And we didn't really have any primitive furniture in our last house. It was more mid-century modern, a little more, or even it looked a little more like New York Metropolitan, the way I had it decorated. Because I kind of I spin off of the house I'm in, the architecture and everything. But then I love primitive homes. And when we found this, then of course it had to be primitive. So, but it's been a process because I don't just only have primitive things. And I haven't been collecting things. I don't have collections, and I don't have a lot of money. So I've got to thrift a lot. So I've been doing kind of the prim style on a budget. And I marry things a lot together, like a couple little styles, some vintage in there, and some, now there's some cottagecore in there. And yeah, I kind of marry it together. Trish and Roger have 3 rescue greyhounds. Wow. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, we're glad he's working. Watching you both always gives me a piece of home. I'm from Rhode Island and now live in Ohio. So I love watching. Oh, that's nice, Tracy. Yeah. We love Rhode Island. Yeah. That's where our daughter lives.
We're just out of Rhode Island.
We're literally just out of Rhode Island.
10 minutes down the road, we're in Rhode Island.
That's where we go always to the beach.
Yep.
And yeah, so yeah, Deanna, he wasn't working until this week. He hasn't even worked a full week.
Right.
So he wasn't working up till this.
Right.
So it's been a little stressful. Roxana Ann took book out of library today. Ohio is my dwelling place. Embroideries. Oh, getting ready for the sampler Zoom. Yay, cool. Yeah, that's going to be fun. We have to figure out how we're going to do that Zoom with the lighting and everything. Oh, thank you, Jill. That's so sweet. Roger is a French polisher and antique restorer by trade, but is now liking more American prim furniture. We like the simplicity of it too. Yeah. I mean, there's something about it, right? Like what I love about a primitive home is when you need a new door on something, you don't have to go out and find some kind of fancy door or buy a door. You can literally take shiplap and make a door in zigzag and it will look more authentic than it would if you put a door in from somewhere and bought crazy door.
Because that's part of what we're, even with the barn project, what we're thinking about is, so how do you get windows that are, at least that's what I'm thinking about, is how do you get windows that look appropriate within the setting of the primitive barn?
Yeah.
Because when you go look at, say, Palo windows or other manufacturers, they're very modern.
Yeah, I mean, it's a trick. And I love all the old hardware on the doors, like that was one of the first things when I walked into this house I was aware of were the doors and the hardware. You can see right behind me by Tom's ear there, you can see, the old hardware, the old locks. There's details that you just don't get anywhere else. And the house that we moved from, we were living in a condo that had the glass doorknobs, which I thought were so cool. Those are 1930s. But this stuff, this is legitimate 1780s stuff.
On that door
it's been on there for hundreds of years. Yeah. And everything in this house, it's not straight. It's a little crooked. So the top of your cabinet might be, higher on the one side than the other. Or you could put a ball on the floor and it'll roll. But it's got so much character and so much life. The history. And when I think about all the people that lived here and the lives they led and what it was like, and sometimes I like to think about, and I know I always end up on time travel subjects because I'm so fascinated by time travel love story movies. But I always think, what would it be like if everybody was here and we just merged the time? Like if time, space continuum, that we're all living here simultaneously, doing our thing.
I'd rather separate them a little. So I could travel back to the Russian Bear days when this was a restaurant, and I could just experience it, and then go back to.
It would all be fun. After this live, I'm going to watch the textiles video. I've been saving it for my lazy Sunday. Love you guys. Thanks, Erica. Oh yeah, it's probably Sunday over there in Australia. I think the most interesting homes have many different styles represented. Makes me think of old-time family homes where they just added newer pieces to the old things that are there. I agree, Jean. I mean, I like how time comes together. So, a lot of people are purists. When they do primitive, they just stick to very primitive, does this work? Does this work? But I like to throw in whatever I like. Yeah. Time travel. Yes. The history. Oh, the stories your home could tell. Tom reminds me of my brother. He's so smart and analytical. My brother's an Aquarius. I have no idea what Tom is.
I am analytical.
He's analytical. I don't know what his sign is.
Very analytical.
Yeah. Yeah. Now the history is very, very cool. And Lorna, if the walls could talk, it would be fascinating to know, like I think about this, just the little bit we know about the families that were here. And I think about, what was his name? Zedediah and Sarah and their son, George, who became a lawyer, and George's wife who died. Leaving him with this little baby boy, and that George never remarried. And you think about, okay, so what was that like here at that time? And I don't know. And he was a circuit judge, and how cool was that? And people probably came in here with all their, probably to get married. There were probably a lot of weddings here, and who knows what else, and you think about just, this is the parlor. So the parlor was the place that they'd lay out their loved ones when they died, like who was laid out in here.
That's true.
Not in a morbid sense, but
that's literally
what they did back in the day. So there's just so many stories. Oh, hi, Gail. Gail is my masseuse. Gail, I could really use a massage. We got our shots. And so on Wednesday, we're like really, really safe. That's fun. Gail, you're just coming on the end. We're like getting ready to wind down and go away. But Gail's laughing. Gail is our great masseuse that works in that room, and we'll massage the guests. Retreats.
Yep.
Hey, Priscilla, good to see you. Oh my goodness, it's so fun when we have like our lives just intersect here. We had last time we did this. I don't know if Bob and Pat are on here. If they are, hi. Leave a message if you guys are on here. But anyway, Bobby and Pat, they called me up after. It was so fun visiting with you the other night. I love the textile videos. I remember my grandma and her friends quilting in a room in her house, and we kids helped a little. Oh,
that'd be a nice memory.
That would be a really nice memory. Yeah, that's nice. Our crazy lives. I know. Our crazy lives. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, I think we're going to start to wind down here now. If you have any questions, 2 minutes to get your questions up, and I'll be glad to answer them. Else it'll be like next month when we can get up and talk some more. For those of you who joined late, I'm sorry.
So here's a little question that I'm going to ask everybody. Is like, if we were to do this regularly, and we do it every month, would it be good if it's just like on, say, a fixed day, and then it's consistently? So here's that analytical, instead of just sporadic, like boom, we're live.
Well, we've been doing it Saturday Night Live.
Have we?
Yeah. The last few times it's been Saturday Night Live.
I'm not very observant.
At 7 o'clock.
I might be analytical, but not observant.
Saturday Night Live at 7 o'clock, but I let them know at least a couple days ahead of time.
Maybe we should put it right at the same time as Saturday Night Live, so we could compete and we could check ratings. Maybe our ratings would be higher than theirs.
Hi, everybody. Dan Allen just wanted to say hi. Sandy Smith, do it. Do what? Do it. Thanks for spending all this time with us. I love it. You're welcome, Jill. Yeah, no, I think Saturday Night Live is a good time. 7 o'clock. We're getting some of the people, they're in the early morning of Sunday. And hi, Lulu. Elva, hi. Nice to see you. Good. Everybody come say hi before we leave. My great-grandma had a sunroom full of different chairs and quilting rack. Let's let us quilt and tear out crooked stitches after she let us quilt. Oh, yeah. I think she should have left those little crooked stitches in there. It would have been a good memory. Yeah. Saturday Night Live, do it. We enjoy you too. Thank you. It's mid-Sunday. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's Sunday over there across the ocean.
Okay, that's true.
So
that's a big difference in time.
This kind of, there's a lot of different. So this kind of is a good time. I think 7:00 Saturday nights, but not every Saturday night. At least we're going to try once a month. If we can do more. It's kind of funny because he's such an introvert. He's like, oh, now I have to get ready to visit. But you'd never know he was an introvert, would you? Like, he's acting very extroverted about this whole thing. You would watch us anytime we decide. Thank you, Lorna. This is really fun. It's funny because my mother looks back at the video and she's like, you spent 2 hours on a video. Who's going to watch you guys talk for 2 hours? But it's, when we're doing it live, it's not like you're watching us talk. We're visiting, and we're communicating. Yes. So that makes it all the more fun. Yeah. Yeah, Cammy, we're still doing our live.
We've been here all day, Cam.
Dan's an introvert. He's an IT guy. Okay. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, poor Tom, because he's like, oh, now I'm tired. I'm just going to, sit in front of my computer and not talk to anyone. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're going to sit in front of my computer and you're going to talk to 100 some people. Saturday Night Live, Tom, you steal the show.
I don't think so.
He's really good on video though, isn't he, guys? Like, he's not inhibited at all. Like, maybe he is absolutely no self-respect, but he's really good.
There's probably some truth to that. I don't take myself too seriously. So.
Bye, Deanna. Love you guys. You guys are great. Thank you so much for being part of our community on YouTube. And, it wouldn't be any fun if you weren't watching and commenting, He does really good, Sheila. That's right. Yeah, Tom. See, Tom, look at all the love you've gotten tonight. Wasn't it worth coming on?
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh, thank you, Jill. She said they need us too. Yeah, because you wouldn't want to watch Tom's decorating. This would not be a decorating channel if Tom was just on there.
You need both of us too, because you wouldn't want. So, like, when she leaves the room and she says, "Tom, you just keep talking."
Yeah,
you don't want to be visiting with an introvert. It'd be very quiet visiting.
Roxana says we both do good. Thank you. So, Lori, please consider sharing some recipes on live.
Recipes?
I don't know. I mean, I am a good cook.
We don't really have recipes, though.
I don't cook with recipes.
No, we just kind of.
We're not very.
Yeah, there's some recipes.
If you want recipes, go to Julie, Keeper of My Home. Yes. She has good recipes.
Yes.
She bakes breads.
Amazing.
She's amazing.
I've watched what she's done, and it's amazing.
Thanks for the fun night. Paige on Farmhouse Vernacular says she's an introvert, but she's good on video. She is good on video. Bye. See you soon, Lorna. Bye. Love this time on Saturday. Tell Cousin Mel we said hello. Love her. Decorating, Tom, only for the jokes. Yeah, no decorating. You're not allowed to decorate. You only get to give the jokes.
No, I'm not a decorator.
His jokes aren't always good either.
Oh. Well, and she's right, because the other day I was joking when I was talking to my mom, and there was a friend there, and I thought I could just joke, and I think that I offended her. So I'm going to have to go back and talk to her and say, I didn't mean to offend you.
Sometimes he says things that are a little inappropriate. No, sometimes it's not. Okay, Jean does several. They read recipes and then wing it. Yeah, that's more like we do too. Yeah. Hi, Michigan, Jennifer. Yeah. So, okay. Well, before you start to offend people because with your not funniness, we're going to say goodbye now, guys. Okay. It's really hard for me to say goodbye, but I'm just going to hit that end stream button, and that's going to be it. Love you all. You guys have a good night. What is the name of Alice's store? It's Primitive Goods. She has a booth in Primitive Goods.
Yeah.
And you can see her stuff there. I go in there sometimes and do videos of that store too. So,
and they ship too, right?
They ship too. Yeah. So they'll be glad to. Good night, everybody. Love you all. Bye.
Have a good night.
Bye.